This is a question. Yeah, this is a question for Dustin.
Please.
I play a lot of music, and I'm kind of want to bring it back to the performance side. How do you best prepare for each song that you're about to sing? So I know that you have a lot of different emotions with each song. How do you get yourself ready to bring the most out of each song when you're ready to go for it?
Wow, that's a great question.
It is good.
You know, in a live show, it really depends on what kind of show it is. If it's a headlining set, I have more time to really maybe intro the song or interact with the fans between songs. If we're on like direct support right now with Brad Paisley, it's wham bam, thank you ma'am. I mean, we've got to get through all of our hits or somebody's going to be pissed. So it's really down to the second. But emotionally, how do I get into it, man? It starts in the studio. It starts with this. I've learned the hard way. I'm never going to record another song I don't believe in or I haven't been through or felt or someone close to me has felt. And so, you know, when it comes to recording original music, it's all about that, you know, but in a live sense, it's all about the connection with the fans. And that's something I don't think, you know, that connection can't be felt, you know, through a live stream. It can't be felt through VR, which is where, you know, a lot of the world's going. You have to be in the moment. That's why people go to concerts. They want to feel a part of something. They want to be on that wavelength. And
to take the selfie to prove they were there.
And to take the selfie, hell yeah. And so, man, it's all about that connection. And for me, I'm always thinking 12 steps ahead of where I am on stage, right? I'm always going, okay, who do I need to sing this song to? Sometimes a song about getting it on is not the song you want to point out a 12-year-old in the crowd, right? So I'm kind of like...
What if you're clever with the words and they don't realize it, but the parents do, and then everybody's laughing?
Yeah, well, so it really is, man. It's just, I will say this, it's repetition, dude. I've been, you know, and not to toot my...
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I totally hear you on that.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jacob? How do you do it?
Yeah, tell us about you. What kind of music are you playing and where are you playing?
Well, yeah, so I actually went to school for music. So I played a lot of orchestra work, but I play a lot of guitar now just to try to keep myself going. I'm in the process of writing music right now, and I find it pretty challenging to find the inspiration of where a song comes from and who exactly am I writing to, and is it approachable to everyone that's going to listen? And I kind of stop myself in my tracks quite a bit because I kind of get into that perfectionist mode, and I have a hard time.
Oh yeah, man, dude.
Dustin, I was gonna ask that. Go ahead. Actually, finish your thought.
I will say this is two things here. Number one, if you have felt an emotion, if you have been through, we found Ann Baldwin. Oh my goodness! Jacob, if you have felt something, if you've been through something in life. Someone else has, right? I had to learn that, right? I mean, it's scary to go, is this dumb to sing about? Hell no. We all feel the same thing. We all go through we all share the same emotions. So everybody's been on that wavelength at some point in time. And the other thing, man, just keep pushing through. I absolutely know where you're coming from on completing a song, right? You get it started, then you start second guessing. Who gives a crap? Still today, it takes me about 100 songs to get a hit song. And, you know, that I've gotten a lot better. My averages have gotten a lot better over the years.
Because you understand pattern recognition?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, now for me, I've hit a point in my career where it's not about a hit song. It's about the right hit song. But I would say, dude, the exercise is just finish it.
Hey, Jacob, I apologize, Dustin, but I want to ask you this too, Dustin. Jacob, you said something interesting to me that I want to also clarify for everybody who's starting a startup or a business and music, because it's very universal. Both the second and third thing you said made me think that there was no chance you were going to win, because you were spending too much time worrying about outside factors instead of inside factors, right? You said, go ahead.
You're totally right. And, you know, and I always have a backup plan, and I kind of go right to that backup plan.
Can I ask you a weird question? Like, what's your intuition? Maybe you have the answer, maybe you don't. What's your intuition to why does that part matter?
The backup plan?
That and, like, who's going to listen to this, or who am I writing this for? Shouldn't you write for yourself? Like, I always bring up this Drago in Rocky moment where he's mad at Russia and saying at the end of the movie, maybe because I understood what he was saying since I speak Russian, listen, I'm in here fighting for myself. This isn't about Russia and America. Yahtzee, I'm doing it for myself. I'm in this ring for myself. That's how I've lived my professional life for sure. And that's why I think I'm winning. And I have a feeling that if I was a songwriter, if I'm just writing for myself, I've got to let the serendipity. We have so many commonalities. And I'm just I just think it's a terrible idea to do anything that's being created of debating if this is for anybody else. Scratch your own itch, write it for yourself. The inspirations need to come from your life. And listen, not everybody has gone through divorce. Listen, there's some people that have never gone through heartbreak. Like there's just a lot of people who married their high school sweetheart. Like, it happens. Like, you can't manifest your experiences, but like, you can speak to your truths. And maybe you were so great at music at a young age. And maybe, like, what about when you thought you were a prodigy, but in 4th grade you met Sally and she was even better? Like, there's just truths that are your truths. And I think writing about people always ask me, why am I good at speaking? Why am I good at improv? It's because I never deviate from anything other than my truth. When you're not talking about anything else, you're just, every single person I'm looking at, and there's a lot of us in this room today, like, everybody can tell me about them. And like, what happened? And like, why Seth got that tattoo? Like, it's very easy. Like, it's not super complicated. Jake can talk about his 2 brothers. It's his life. So like, I don't know, man. I really highly recommend that you just leave that at the table and just start write it for yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. What are your goals as a songwriter? You want to do it for fun? You want to make a living at it?
It's always been in the back of my mind something that it's been a dream. It always is my fallback. It's always something that I really wanted. It's that undercurrent. I've never seen it as something that I could make as my profession because it hasn't been yet. Do you
want it to be your profession?
Maybe, I mean, in a dream world, that would be amazing.
So what, you just think it's not practical? Because your answer of it's not going to happen because it hasn't happened yet is a forever cycle that you can't win.
Well, I realize that I'm in a cycle. I understand that. I think the main thing is creating content that is approachable to an audience.
I think you're overthinking the business of music. Like, every song that changed a generation was unapproachable until it was approachable.
All right. Yeah. You're
right. Like right now, I like watching documentaries. I got some time. You start looking at like what grunge was. Nobody was ready for grunge. Nobody was ready for gangster rap. Nobody was ready for EDM. Nobody was ready for anything. Like, who the hell thought in hip hop that kids that look like Urkel would be the most popular? Like this is why I genuinely believe that if you just write it first of all, let's talk about a whole nother thing that Dustin didn't have to deal with, which is you literally can upload this to Spotify, Apple Music. Like, you have literally, there's no middleman. Now look, nobody may find it, but literally this is how scary it is. All you need is the right one person to find it that can change your life. You literally have to write it, produce it, and post it. Like, it's incredible. All of you artists are so lucky. There's nobody stopping. There is no thumbs down. No. We won't put this on a CD or a tape. There's upload it and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many videos have gone viral and made people hundreds of thousands of dollars of people who just uploaded a video on YouTube and then it happened. Like I just genuinely believe you're so lucky. Unlike your grandparents or great-grandparents, you live in a world now where there's no friction between you and everybody who's watching this. Record the song, produce it, post it, go to sleep.
That's it. That's it, man.
Right.
And the only thing that's stopping you is that you're pandering to what you think is when I hear consumable, then I know what's going through your mind, and I'm trying out of my sheer will right now telling you, like, fuck consumable. Just write the song and produce the song and make the song that you want to write. And if nothing else, you can laugh about it 17 years from now. Be like, remember when I put out that funny? What's the fundamental downside?
There's no fail. There's absolutely no failure. Yeah.
Like, if 7 people hear it, then nobody even knew it fucking happened, bro.
Great. Thank you, guys.
You got it, man.
Thanks.